Good evening again, YouTube. This is the Reverend with
Theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
And Theory 515.
We are the four middle-aged dudes just bullshitting about nothing. We got Theory sitting on the fourth chair tonight. A lot of interesting things. Well, not so many interesting things in the world of gaming today or this week. What we're going to talk about and jump into right away is the fact that Nintendo let slip actually on their, I believe actually on their Twitter page, that the NX is set to launch March 2017. And along with that, a bevy of other titles. One of them might actually be Legend of Zelda, which was scheduled for the Wii U for Christmas this year, but then got moved to coincide with the launch of the NX. Gentlemen, thoughts?
Told you so. I mean, all right, look. There was no way that Zelda was going to just end up on the Wii U with the NX looming and blooming and sneaking up on everyone. Even I remember, talking to you guys in private. I was like, okay, what if they do that same shit like they did last time? As far
like
as
they did with Twilight Princess?
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that bullshit.
So my point is it going to be launched with the NX or is it just coming out with the NX? Are they, and the thing about it is they're coming out with it on two separate systems. So is there a reason to get the NX at that point since it's going to be in the Wii U and most motherfuckers are going to be getting the NX are people that have Wii U's already?
I'll let y'all add to this to the conversation before I offer my thoughts.
I personally don't think they should have pushed back Zelda in the first place. Just go ahead, let it run on the Wii U, and put out new shit for the NX.
What about you, Gray Mouse? Any thoughts?
He's a diehard Zelda fan, so he is upset.
Well, I kind of agree with what Theory said to an extent, but I think they should have still pushed for Zelda Wii U to go out in December, and then Zelda could come out on the NX in March. I mean, I don't see any problem with that. But this game has been pushed back, renamed, pushed back. This is what, the third time, guys?
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm gonna offer my deluge of thoughts here because I was victimized when they decided to go ahead and delay Twilight Princess on the GameCube to go ahead and make Twilight Princess launch as a Wii title, and they forced upon The Legend of Zelda a tutorial role to teach everybody how to use the Wii's motion controls. All right, this is how you jack off with the Wiimote. Okay, when you're really excited and you want to do things really exciting, you shake both things like you're having some sort of fit. All right. No, I'm not fucking kidding either. Okay,
He's not.
And the silly thing is that people keep on saying that, oh yeah, it launched simultaneously. No, the GameCube version came out a fucking month afterwards, all right? Mm-hmm. When the stupid thing about it is that I remember because I put a full fucking pre-order on it, they decided to go ahead and delay it less than a month before the release date on the GameCube. Yeah, and it pissed me off a lot. All right. Now, of course, does it make sense that they go ahead and they try the same thing with the NX? Maybe. Shit, it allowed them to sell a lot of Wiis when it first came out. But the thing about this particular Zelda is that just a little while ago, if you look on the Nintendo corporate site for it, the release date information changed from March 2017 to just 2017. So it may be delayed even further. All right.
So wait, maybe March 2017 is the Japanese release?
Maybe. Here's the thing. If Legend of Zelda is actually an open world game like they say it is, and if it's actually comparable in scope to something like, I don't know, Fallout or Skyrim, all right, as far as being an open world action game and everything like that, then I don't mind them pushing it back. Okay, let them go ahead and polish it up. All right, because the thing is that it's a Zelda game. It's not like they're polishing up something like I don't know Yonoid. Okay, to go ahead and release out on the NX. Okay. Because if that's the case, I already know it's a turd. All you're gonna give me is a polished turd on top of that. Oh, but it's got diamonds. I'm gonna have to pick through shit for diamonds.
Hey, those diamonds are actually worth something to some people.
Some people, yeah.
That
But,
they'll pick through shit in order to get to the diamond.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with the NX that we don't know anything about it. Absolutely not. We haven't seen a controller. We haven't seen the console.
We know that it's a code name in X.
Yeah.
Oh, that's about all we have is a code name in X.
And the Zelda's coming out for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they gave us at least a target of a release date.
Yeah.
And it won't be showing up at E3.
Well, I'm kind of wondering if, like you were saying earlier, that maybe it'll be released in Japan first instead. I don't know if that would be a good idea. I think Nintendo should do a worldwide release on a major console.
Yeah, but it's not outside of their regular modus operandi.
It's not. Absolutely, no, it's not. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And well, hopefully by that time I'll be where I'm supposed to be, and I wouldn't have to worry about all this shit. But that goes without saying. My disappointment with Zelda, I'm kind of the way you are, Reverend, as well. I mean, they are boasting. They're really boasting a dynamic, world. So, like I said, I mean, they could delay it as long as they don't do leave a mode out of the game.
Here's my problem with them delaying it, all right? They had a release set for December, okay? That means they were supposed to have this massively open world playable Zelda by December.
Yeah.
On the Wii U.
Yeah.
It should have been done and ready to go by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Not when the NX releases, but the end of this year. So as far as I'm concerned, them pushing it back, that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, if I guess as long as it delivers when it's released, then it'll be worth the wait. But now, we can't play the devil's advocate right now. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but I'm for.
I'm glad to.
I said we will. All right.
I'm saying we will too.
I'm for, hey, look, if they want to release delay the game to make it more complete, by all means, do it.
There's DLC is for.
Well, no. No. Damn, no. All right.
Everybody else is doing it.
No. Okay.
And we don't even look. No,
Nintendo is not everybody else. All right.
Okay, wait. No optical disc on your new console. Is it going to be a streaming console? And that's now.
One of these.
That's now.
One of these.
Hell no.
SD cards. SD cards.
With streaming, downloadable content. You put the card in, you take the card out. And then you download and you shake it all about. Yeah, and that's it. The card has the initial download and then
sorry, I'm not I'm sorry, I'm not doing an SD hokey pokey, man.
Why not?
I'm not doing the SD card hokey pokey, man.
Why not?
No. I don't want to no.
Okay. I think the saving grace here is that
there is one?
There is. I was about to say there is one.
I think the saving grace here is that at least we don't have to sit there and we're not subjected to like what happened with the Twilight Princess on GameCube, where they went ahead, they decided to go ahead and pull it and delay it like less than a month away from the release date. But like Theory said, if they said that they were going to have it ready by December for the store shelves and everything, The only reason why it's being delayed out is that it's being ported over to NX.
Yep. That's it.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, that's the same thing I said earlier. I mean, there's no reason for them not to release it on the Wii U in December and just 3 months later put out an NX version.
Here's my thing. If it's ready, it's ready. All
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I'm asking.
Let me have it. All right. For all those that want to play it, let us have it.
No, but they want to delay it so you can jump on
Now-
board the NX.
I'm not jumping on board anything.
Shit, I don't even have
I'm not picking it up at launch. Are y'all?
I mean, I won't be. I haven't done that with a. I haven't done that with a. With actually,
I've never done it.
I've never done it either. Yeah, I don't think about it.
Console for a game?
Yeah, right at
Not
launch.
for one game.
No.
No.
It's always got to have that magic number. With me, it's usually around a dozen before I decide that yes, this is something I want to go.
As far as I'm concerned, NX launch with Mario, not a Zelda.
Well, the funny thing about that is that I always used to theorize. Not yes, this is my theory, not to be confused with the theory. But I always used to go ahead and theorize that basically Mario was always the grand tech demo for whatever Nintendo's new console was. And then The Legend of Zelda, whenever it would follow it, like maybe a year or two later, was always like, okay, this is the potential, the grand potential of this fucking system. Okay, this is the best experience that Nintendo could go ahead and cook up for its gamers for their system.
You want my opinion?
Go ahead.
Launch with a Metroid.
That's if they were treating Samus like a redheaded stepchild.
And they should.
You see, what the Reverend said, they've done that for just about every single Nintendo that's come out. The NES, Mario first, Zelda a bit later. Super NES, Mario first, Zelda. Nintendo 64, Mario first, Zelda later.
Actually,
they've done that with almost every console.
It's changed with the Wii. All right, with the Wii, it turned into Twilight Princess, and then the Wii U. What happened was that they had? Did they have a new Mario 3D Land or something like that?
3D World.
Yeah. 3D World.
3D
Okay, and
World,
then
Mario, New Super Mario U.
yeah, and then since they didn't have a new Zelda out, they went ahead and they put out what's that? The HD Wind Waker remake.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Yeah, not that it's a bad game. It's an awesome game, but yeah, it's funny. There hasn't been any brand new dedicated Zelda titles for the Wii U yet. Wow, that's actually kind of striking if you think about it.
Maybe the NX is just going to be like one big ass amiibo, and you think your controllers to it.
Well, then they released some Kirby's.
You know what? They did have a big ass amiibo that was hooked up to your console. It was called Rob.
Well, they're going to bring Rob back.
Do you want me to get my Rob?
Rob.
No. Jeez.
That's your VR for the NX. It's going to be Rob again.
No.
Well, okay, people. If you're watching this, do not take what I'm saying seriously. Take a joke, okay? I'm not serious with this. I don't want that shit to happen. So if it does, don't fucking come to me talking about I'm gonna strangle you, team. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna kill you. You killed Nintendo. You killed gaming. I don't want to hear that. No.
I'm gonna send you death threats myself.
Say again.
I'll send you death threats myself.
Okay, send me death threats. Hey, comments below. I won't fucking care. All right.
We're gonna see comments to this video from an RFA. Hey, hello from the treehouse. You guys, that's a great idea. Thanks.
No. And I won't erase my videos or comments or upvotes or downvotes. So hey, come with it. But look. Nintendo has got to do something, and they got to do something with this console, if we can call it that.
Yeah.
Because we don't even know. all we know is that they're going to have this game. They're going to have a Zelda for it, and that's pretty much it. We don't even know how we're going to be able to control Link, or is it going to be Link as a main character?
That's probably the most troubling thing to me personally about the NX is the fact that we still haven't seen specs on it.
Specs, control, what the games will look like, how you're going to push it in, if you're just going to be downloading shit. We have to know what we're getting into.
I mean, I understand embargo and like pictures for proprietary technology and stuff like that. But specs, that's usually like the first thing that's released out, even before you get any sort of concept art for consoles nowadays. And we still haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And that fucking worries me.
What is NX? NX stand for the next DS?
Well, I mean, Nintendo has been notoriously for all systems, tight-lipped. So to me, it's not really surprising at all that we can't get anything. I guess
this day and age is, because we're in the age of the internet where you can find information and.
That's what I'm saying. I guess they have those non-disclosure agreements on lock.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get rid.
No, they're just not talking with anyone that's from Kotaku or fucking
IGN.
or fucking Gawker or any shit like that. Will just leak out. Nintendo sex tape with the NX.
Yeah.
They'll do some shit like that. But Zelda being delayed and just, okay, what is it going to be? A simultaneous release for the NX and the Wii U? Is that wise?
That's what they have planned.
I don't think so.
Let's just think about, okay. One thing that we got to think about is that they're giving us this March 2017 date. Why March 2017 specifically?
I think there's an anniversary there, isn't it?
No, I mean, the only thing I can think of is that there's a few things that have been proven over the last few years is that gamers are willing to spend money year-round.
Okay, if the games are good, yes.
Yeah.
But if they're going to be releasing this console around that time,
well, generally speaking, the problem with the holidays is that you have to sit there and you have to compete with every other company that has 90% of their fucking releases of the whole year filling up game shelves from basically the end of September all the way through.
They might as well release it at like April or May because that's tax time. In March, it's like, okay, shit.
Yeah.
People are still recovering from the holidays, and it's not tax time yet. That's almost directly in between those.
Yeah, I mean, it's
people are still broke from Valentine's Day, for Christ's sake. March is a pretty peculiar release date.
Yeah, I mean that is an odd one. There's a few theories that have been thrown around, and not the theory. One of them being that maybe because Nintendo's not hitting their projected sales, that maybe it's going to be a last-ditch effort to bump up the last quarter of their fiscal year. Don't know how that's going to work out. The one thing that I know for certain, and I know this happens with every fucking Nintendo system launch, is that every system that they put out always has some sort of hardware fucking shortage. Name me one fucking launch from the Nintendo 64 onward where it's like if you didn't get it from a full fucking pre-order that you were guaranteed to walk into a fucking store.
You're not getting one.
Walk out with a brand new Nintendo system.
Well, you think you'll think this will be any different because of how Nintendo is right now, as far as.
Well, you know what? I think Reverend hit the nail on the head. The Japanese fiscal year is a little different than ours, and actually, that's the end of their year is March. And I can and it kind of does make sense if they want to cushion their numbers a little bit, because their new fiscal year is April. I don't know why that's the way they do it. So I can understand they want to try to maybe cushion their numbers at the end and towards the beginning of their new year. So, I mean, if you look at it from a financial standpoint, Nintendo, from a Japan financial standpoint, it makes sense to launch a new system on a new fiscal year.
And now, wait a minute. I see your point there, Gray Mouse, but what makes sense to Japan really is over Americans' heads. They will not grasp on to that concept. If
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
it's out
Yeah.
in March and it's only for Japan, if it's a Japanese release, fine. But if you're going to release this thing worldwide, first of all, you just can't launch it with Zelda. You have to have a lot of other things. Then there's third party. We have zero idea if they're going to be jumping aboard. And what else is going to be coming out at that time of year in order to grasp on people to get this console?
Actually, that might be another reason why they're launching in March, not at the end of the year. Because the thing is, if you think about it, if there are third-party developers that are jumping on it, that gives them an extra 3-4 months to actually go ahead and do their thing before the system is out on shelves.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, launch games tend to be iffy. So, especially the ones coming from third party.
I mean, the thing with the launch games, Nintendo, I think what they're going to do with launch games for the NX, this is speculation, of course, would be their heavy hitters. I wouldn't be too surprised to see another Mario NX. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a Metroid Prime type game for the NX. I wouldn't be too surprised to see all of Nintendo's heavy hitters, first-party heavy hitters for that. But with the third-party, though, that like you said, that's extremely iffy. And Nintendo would be very wise to have those on board at launch instead of trying to get them later in the console life, I guess, so to speak. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that by the time, we have almost a year now until the NX supposedly be released, right? So I'm pretty sure that Nintendo will eventually will release or draw back the curtain, so to speak, on the NX and its launch games. So, yeah. There's going to be a lot of Nintendo Directs. They've always do Nintendo Directs when they want to do them. You can't say, well, they're going to do one in June. No, they do it whenever the hell they want to do it. And at a surprise that most people like, what? Why are you doing it now? That's just Nintendo. Nintendo's always been that. Surprised? Am I disappointed? Yes. As a Zelda fan, as a longtime Zelda fan, that's been playing that game since forever, since the first release, I'm disappointed. Absolutely. But I could wait.
Any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we jump off this subject?
Not really disappointed because I'm just like, all right, if you're going to release this thing, you got to release it correctly, and you just got to release it with games that we want to fucking play. Regardless if it's a Zelda, a Metroid, or Mario, or even another fucking Duck Hunt. Release your first-party titles. As far as third-party, you have to conquer the hardcore game audience. If you don't do that this time, Nintendo, then you're in very fucking big danger. People want your system to have the hardcore games for the hardcore audience. That's what everybody's waiting for. That's what everyone's itching for. That's what everybody is saying. Please, Nintendo, listen to that. Do your shit. Do your first party. Do your kid stuff. Do that. But bring in the fucking hardcore gaming audience as well, and you will fucking conquer just like you did in the 80s, in the early 90s. That's just my final thoughts on it.
As far as I'm concerned, the NX can come out whenever the heck it wants to. It makes no real big difference to me. My biggest issue was the fact that they're even pushing this game back to begin with. As far as I'm concerned, Zelda's supposed to be done in December. It should have been released in December. And as far as the NX goes, look, Zelda's aside, I'm a big Zelda fan too, but launch the NX with stuff that we haven't seen yet. You know what I mean? Give us a Metroid. Give us some stuff that we aren't used to getting a hold to on launch or the first couple months of a game. You know what I mean? That's just where I'm at with it.
You know, I have this horrible, horrible thought in my mind that they're going to release a system with dual power gloves as controllers. A big old Virtual Boy type VR headset. Except everything's going to be in green this time instead of red.
Oh. Oh.
But in all honesty, okay, I gotta say this. When it comes to the NX and everything, only thing I'm asking from Nintendo is give us fucking games, all right? Give us. Okay, Reggie, I don't know whose dick you have to suck, all right? But get some third-party support, all right? You know, that's just how that goes, okay? Get some third-party support. Get some guys who want to go ahead and actually make fucking games for your fucking system. All right. Don't. Nintendo's within all of the last few multi-plat games that show up on all the systems. The Nintendo system has always been close to the bottom of the barrel because it's been at minimum spec. Now I know for sure that they don't need a pure racehorse, and they don't need the biggest, strongest, or the beefiest specs out there. Okay, I heard some other YouTubers out there throw around, yeah, maybe Nintendo can go ahead and partner up with Intel or Nvidia. No, that's not a good idea. All right, because you got to remember, Intel asked for a premium on their fucking chips. That's the reason why none of the other fucking consoles do it. And Nvidia has a habit of suing hardware partners who try to launch their shit. In fact, they almost tanked the first Xbox launch, okay? So any of you guys out there thinking that's a good fucking idea, look into your fucking history. There's a reason why that's not happening, right? Nintendo, please, give us some fucking games, all right? And you'll give me a reason to go ahead and actually look forward to putting aside my money to something aside than paying my fucking mortgage. Okay? Good for Nintendo. That's just all I have to say. With that, thank you, YouTube, for staying with us for the last 30 or so minutes. Make your comments, below. If you're so kind, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Check us all out. I've got a channel. Grey Mouse got a channel. Theme's got a channel. Theories, along for the ride.
I'll get one eventually.
All right. We are the four middle-aged dudes, just bullshitting about nothing. I am the Reverend.
Theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
Theory 515.
Come on, Nintendo. Make us proud. Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming. Credits.
You're playing with power.